magic happens. What's up, music lovers? Good to see you today. My name is Rowe. I am a working singer-songwriter. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today we're going after the perfect take. Woo! So the perfect take. What I mean by this is in the recording process, when you're in, I always think of it in terms of vocals. So it's that take when you've got that perfect essence for the song. It like delivers everything, all in it. The summary of the tune. It perfectly communicates the vision of the song. And what I've done is I've been thinking about my process, like my artistic process, and getting that perfect take, mostly on the vocals. And thinking about all my albums. So if you haven't checked out any of my music, I have 9 albums. Most of it is here on YouTube, so check that out. But yeah, so what I've done is I've come up with 3 easy steps to getting the perfect take on any instrument. Yeah, so really I was thinking in terms of vocals, but then after a while I was like, you know what? I think you could apply these steps to almost any instrument, whether or not you're the drummer, the guitar player, or the keyboard player, or the vocalist. So if you're a musician, this is for you also. If you're a fan, thank you for watching these recording videos. I appreciate it. So, step number 1 in getting the perfect take in the recording studio is to write the part. I know, these are simple steps. But actually, each step does involve some time. And that's one of the reasons I'm making this video, is to show people the amount of time that really goes into making great records in a professional recording studio. It's a labor of love. If you love it, you can spend 16 hours a day in a studio and feel like it was 2. I mean, time goes by so quickly in the studio if you love the process, which I do. I'm definitely one of those people that is a recording musician. I love the studio. So, step number 1, write the part. What that means most of the time is, let's say we're working in a studio musician atmosphere where it's hired guns, like professional studio musicians. So me as a solo performer, let's say I've just hired this amazing drummer to do a drum track for my new song, Let's Go. That's the name of the song, Let's Go. So the new drummer comes into the studio. Maybe I've sent him a demo of the song. When he receives the demo, he starts writing out parts. Naturally, in his mind, he's thinking, "Oh, I got something for that." Like he'll have some knee-jerk reactions that are he'll know in his bag of tricks or in his bag of tools how to write that part. Right? So that's step number 1. And me as a vocalist, let's put it in my arena. When I'm writing the song, I'm writing the part. So the vocal that comes to me in the melody line is all the writing of that part. So I would call this the creative step also. So this is all based on like inspiration and like initial feeling and like really how the song comes to be. Right? So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is executing the part. And this is a lot of work. So me as a singer-songwriter, what I do is I write the song, then usually I would take it to the road, play it in front of a bunch of audiences, see how it feels. If it's feeling good, I'll keep working on it. Then when I get it back home, and let's say I'm into the pre-production process for the real studio. Like in 2 weeks, I've got a huge studio session booked, and so I need to do some pre-production to figure out the exact structure of this song, the tempo, so beats per minute, like on a metronome, how many bars are in each section. So how long is the verse? How long is the chorus? How long is the bridge? Really make a nice outline of the structure of this song. So this is the executing phase of me being able to execute the vocal, execute the guitar, and to be able to do it technically correct. So this second step is all about technical prowess, right? So if you're that drummer, step number 2 to learning my new song called Let's Go would be the ability to play that drum part to a click track or along with the demo or as perfectly as technically possible. So many people would think, great, now we're done. No, there's a step 3 and it's coming. So step number 1 is write the part. Step number 2 is execute the part. And this execute the part section can be really hard because you get inside your head so much and you're like, am I behind the beat on that? Am I pushing too hard? Am I singing too loud? Is that an eighth note there or is it a quarter note? It gets very technical because what I've found many times is in that first step, the writing of the part phase, we're doing it all on emotion and being artsy about it. So we're not thinking quarter notes and eighth notes or technical things. We're thinking, I love this song. Thank you for coming to me. So that second step can be figuring out what the first step was doing. It's like when you really learn what the song is about. Many times what will happen for me is I'll write the song, do a demo on my acoustic guitar with vocal at the same time to a click track, beats per minute, and I'll play it out. Then what I'll do is I'll listen back to that same track, hear what my guitar was doing, and then record another demo with those tracks recorded separately. So on the next pass, I'll do a click track, guitar only, no vocal. Then I'll add the vocal, and all of a sudden we've begun the multi-tracking process and perfecting the technical aspects of this song. So in this phase, I'll discover, 114 beats per minute, that's too fast. Let's go down to 112. Then I start the process over again, do another demo with the click track at 112, acoustic guitar and vocal. Yes, that sounds perfect. That sounds more natural. So we got steps 1 and 2. Here comes step number 3, which is actually my favorite step. And it's get spiritual. Or if you wanted to say, get emotional. This is when you've written the part, you can execute the part almost as perfectly as possible and put emotion into it and connect with spirit. And this is what it's all about. This is when you're making music that can impact people and make a change in their lives. It inspires people. It takes them to another place. It makes us all dreamers, which I love. So when I'm in the studio and I've gone through steps number 1 and 2, I've written the part, I know the song, I've executed it at home, I can execute it here in the studio. What I do is I go through a series of spiritual quests, or when I'm doing a vocal, first of all, I've got a beautiful mic in front of me. Let's say it's like a Telefunken Elam 251, one of the best microphones in the world, and it captures every essence of my voice. And when I sing into it, I can hear the opportunity, and I can hear the spiritual directions that I could take this, and the emotions that start coming out. So in my mind, I start going other places. I visit family, I visit friends, I go to festivals, I go to parties and clubs. This is all metaphysical, and I'm thinking of these places while I'm delivering individual vocal tracks. So on vocal track 1, I might say, okay, I'm in my living room at home playing with family, playing the song for family, and then I deliver that vocal. It's technically correct because I perfected that in step 2, the execution phase. Now all I'm doing is put emotional spins on every take until we get to the perfect take. So step 1 goes to family, and we listen back to it, and I go, oh, that's nice, a little safe. That's not the one. Next take. Now I'm driving through the mountains of Colorado, looking out over the mountains and feeling the emotion of what that does. I sing that take while I'm perceiving that vision. Stop the track. Whoa, that's different. I'm glad we went there. That was pretty cool. Next take. Now I'm in Italy walking through the brick streets, and like there's got like a Venice vibe going on, and there's a boat over there, and it's very like a Parisian feeling, and it's like a intercontinental type of vibe. Sing that take. Oh, that was a good try. Maybe not the one. The next take. Now I'm singing in a romantic setting. There's wine being served, soft music in the air. I'm singing to a loved one and totally immersed in the moment. It's all about intimacy. Sing that, magic happens. You've gone to a whole nother place. You've connected to that person on a level that could never be described. It's like a whole new thing. And by the time the take is over, you've completely gone somewhere else. You've lost complete track of time. And you really feel like you were there. It's like time travel or space travel or what have you. And that's when you stop the track. You're like, wow, that is the perfect take. Usually, I do 2 or 3 more takes just to prove that that was the perfect take. And usually, they get a little worse each time. I continue to go other places. Sometimes I'll just like go in the room next door in my mind. Or I'll make it very simple. I'll go back to when I was writing the song and put myself in that. So there are no rules here. You can go wherever the spirit takes you. And usually you have an idea of the perfect take, or maybe there's 2 or 3 perfect takes, and then time will let you know. So if you get it down to 2 perfect takes, you'll know in the next week which one it is. It will show itself. So the drummer would have the same process if he wants to. He may go to different places. He may go to a rock club and do it in more of a straight feel, or he might think, okay, I'm going to put a jazzy spin on it this time. But no matter what, this 3rd step is all about artistic expression, and you have to play with that to get really, really, really killer music. And the best musicians in the world know how to do that. They can like put nuance on technical aspects to create great music and style. So those are my 3 steps. Write the part, execute the part, and get spiritual or emotional if you're not like a spiritual person, but emotion. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel here, watch some other videos, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.